Hello, and welcome there. This is Rajat here from StartupFrat, welcoming you to this video. First of all, Happy Teachers Day. Happy Teachers Day. I know I may be 1 or 2 days late, but beware of geeks showing up late because they may come bearing gifts. Yeah, so I got some Teachers Day special gifts for all of you guys, and we're going to be talking about that. And I have a super special lesson, something that we just discussed earlier this morning in our 6 a.m. club. So I just wanted to come out and share it with you as well. Now, before I go ahead, I'd just like to welcome all of the people who have joined new in the last week or so, and welcome to the Startup Hangout. This is absolutely the best place on the planet to get tons and tons of free education on business building, on sales and marketing, how to keep your business profitable, especially if you are a corporate professional who's thinking about doing something on your own, either right now or sometime in the future. Very good place to get all of the current information on what's working, what's not working, so that you don't take any untoward risks, right? And if you're a certified professional like a doctor, lawyer, chartered accountant, architect who's lost in an ocean of other such qualified people, you don't feel so special anymore, right? You worked so hard to get your degree, to get super specialized, to get super qualified. And if you're lost in an ocean of other such qualified professionals, you don't feel you have the right leverage in your career, this is the absolute best place to figure out how to position yourself as the key person in your industry. If you're a small business owner with a business on the ground, like you have a salon, you have a restaurant, you have a travel agency or something like that, and you're sick and tired that every time there is a band, every time there's a strike, every time there's a lockdown, the government tells you to shut your business, and you're sick and tired of that, being in that position, you want to up level, and this is the right place for you. And finally, if you're a performance marketer who sells other people's products, like if you're a real estate broker, LIC person, if you are a mutual fund salesman or multi-level marketer, performance marketer, affiliate marketer, anything like that, then this is the absolute best place for you. Now, the lesson I have for you is from this sport of boxing. Now, I haven't been exposed to that sport or anything, but I used to follow Mike Tyson's career and then Evander Holyfield and all of that. It was very funny when you kind of watch the videos and everything. I watched all the Rocky movies. Yeah, so they say over there that your power of punching comes from your legs. So you got to be very good with your leg work. Funny thing, in boxing, you're not allowed to use your legs to kick or anything like that. But they say that your leg work has to be very good. Your legs have to be strong. And then when you punch, the power should come from your leg. You punch from your legs, although the legs are not really involved, but they say that you push from your legs, right? And that's a very good boxer right there. Now, how does that apply to business? This morning we were having a discussion among our inner circle community where we spoke about the power of having a good personal story behind your business, right? A good personal story behind your business. So if you're an entrepreneur, a lot of people, you'll see a lot of entrepreneurs being interviewed on YouTube, on TV and all of that. They always have this story about them where they say, okay, this is how I started, and this is the rationale behind my business, etc. And if you see like big movements, today we are in the age of movement driven enterprise. If you have a movement driven enterprise, you will be recession proof. Okay, and if you don't have a movement-driven enterprise, it's just about products and deals and the best possible products and discounts in the market, then you will have a recession-prone business. So you have recession-proof on one hand, you have recession-prone on one hand. Okay, now let's talk about a little bit about Apple. Yeah, it's a movement-driven enterprise where people believe in the products, and they believe in the products because they believe in Steve Jobs' story. Okay, in an earlier video, I talked about Steve Jobs' story where he had this passion that I want to make the absolute best computer in the world. In those times, the time was not right, and he was actually fired from his own company. Okay, and then 15 years later, after he had done a lot of other work in Pixar Studios and Next and all these companies that he founded later, they called him back to Apple, and then he was able to, the time was right at this time, the universe had reached across and met him halfway, and then he was able to use the same exact concepts for which he had been fired from his own company 15 years back. He was able to use the exact same concepts to dominate the world. When people actually buy an Apple product, they're not merely buying that product. Yeah, they are being part of that story. Similarly, Tesla. I mean, a lot of people would argue that products such as Apple iPhones and even Tesla cars, they're so highly premium priced that for a lot of people it may not be really affordable, and the value that they're getting is, is it worth the price or not? Yeah. But if you see these companies, they're surging forward, and in spite of the Tesla cars not being entirely perfect, in spite of them being extremely expensive, the people are buying into that. They're saying, okay, the company will improve at some point, the technology and the supply and the battery station and everything will improve after a time, but I want the Tesla now. Yeah. So what are they buying? Are they buying that product? No, they're buying into that story. Okay. And today, utilizing the internet, what you can do is, if you don't find the right customers in your locality, you don't find the right customers in your network, you don't find the right customers in your friends, family, using the internet, you can let your voice be far and wide and collect those little spots, little pockets of customers who resonate with your story. Okay, so that's the importance. Even with Amazon, Amazon is a company that sells products, and they are mostly discounted with a deal at the back of them, and you'll probably get something much more conveniently and cheaply from Amazon than to go out and look for it in the open market yourself, right? But Amazon is a company that is fueled by a story, and the story of Jeff Bezos on how he had this vision that I'm going to buy every book that's available on the planet. I'm going to be able to ship it to you wherever you are on the planet. And he spent long years doing that at literally no profit. Yeah, even today, if you look at the Amazon products business, it runs at very low profit. It's about 4% profit. And till about few years back, Jeff Bezos was driving around in like a second, third hand Ford Escort, which in the US is like, oh my God, it's like, it's not considered to be very premium or anything. Yeah, people look down upon you. So he really just got his story, and he says the customer has a right to make all the decisions from the comfort of their mobile phone, sitting in their drawing room, and then whatever they want should ideally be shipped to them, so they don't have to go out into the market, waste their time, waste their petrol, park their car, and then go to a store or go to a mall and find that the exact thing that they wanted is not really available at that time, or the exact thing that they wanted, is limited stock, so the prices are high or something like that, right? So what he's selling you is not these products. What he's selling you is the trust and the comfort. What is the trust? The trust is that, I'm going to make sure that whatever decisions you take, you're safe in those decisions. You can, place an order from your mobile phone. I'm going to give you a date by which I'm going to ship you the products, and the products are going to be there either at that date or before that. During this time, any time that you feel that you've made a mistake, you want to change your mind, you just go right in and just cancel the order, and no questions will be asked, and you can just go and buy something else if you want or something like that, right? So that trust that has been, people are buying into that story. And today a lot of people, even I myself, if I find something on Amazon that is probably even 20% priced more than in a mall, or 20% price more than maybe on any other network like Myntra or anything like that, I just pretty much buy only Amazon, because the trust level is built that much more. I believe in Jeff Bezos' story. Okay, and I don't know if anyone else like Myntra has a story. I don't know, so I don't resonate with it. Maybe they have, maybe there are other customers who resonate with that, so that's how it works. Now, if you're new over here and you don't know me, I'll just share my story with you because I want us to have a good relationship. I'll be giving you lots of good information, and over a period of time, whenever you are ready, hopefully you and I do business together as well. I would really like you to consider it. But let's come to my story first. So I was working in the traditional environment where you're supposed to be. When I was growing up, you're supposed to be good at studies. Well, I was good at studies. You get out from school, try to perform in your boards. I did that. I got a bunch of national level gold medals. Then you appear for medical engineering. I'm from North India, so that's what you do. You used to do. In 1998, I found myself in India's number 2 ranked medical college with an All India 49th rank. Right, so I went to medical school, and then during medical college days, and even when I was working in my first hospital job, it deeply affected me that I had made all these sacrifices. I'd come up on top, done all these competitions. There are lakhs of people that appear for these medical college exams, and I had come up on top. And I'd really done a good degree from a good college, but when I saw that people, the people who would come to visit a doctor, they were not really interested in compensating or paying fair price for the consultation. They always thought, when people go to a hospital, their mindset is they're always thinking, that I'm going to get looted. And while it may be true in some cases, it deeply affected me because I was in that industry, and I knew for a fact that doctors are the working class of that industry. They're not hospital owners, they're not pharmaceutical manufacturers, they're not medical instrumentation company owners. They're just the working class in that industry. Yeah, but they're the ones who are the most under pressure. They are the ones who are the most suspected a lot. Yeah, if your vaccine fails or something, are you going to go and put the vaccine company owner in jail? When did you last see that happening, right? If something goes wrong in your surgery, are you going to go to the medical instrumentation company that provided you the the prosthetic, and are you going to put them in jail? When did you last see that happening, right? So I felt deeply about it, and I realized that there is a big mindset problem in our country, in India, and this is mainly around money. The same very people who would not be comfortable or would be suspicious of a doctor for their consultation fees would be the same people who would be visiting these multiplexes late at night with their family and buying expensive tickets and expensive popcorn with the same money that they probably didn't want to pay a doctor for their consultation. So that deeply affected me, and I decided that I want to solve this problem. There's a lot of value to be solved in this particular problem. Rather than being in an oversupplied market, I said, well, there are hundreds of doctors in India. India is the medical doctor capital of the world, and it supplies the top doctors to Middle East, to Malaysia, to US. All the top doctors in all these countries are all Desi fellows, right? So I said, okay, there's enough people doing all that work. I truly respect them, etc. But my path is different. And within the first 2 years of my medical job, I had of my hospital job, I had quit my career, and I had gone full time into sales and marketing because one of my mentors said, if you want to learn the psychology of money, you will have to go and talk to people about money, and you can do that the best in sales and marketing. Right. Long story short, little did I realize that few years later I would be part of a team that would build and sell a company in Silicon Valley for close to 500 crore rupees, thus bringing hundreds of crores of rupees of foreign exchange and taxes to our country. Okay, but the job was not done. See, I had fixed the problem for myself, and I had demonstrated it a little bit that the universe works in your favor if you kind of reach out and you take the right risks and you step forward. But the problem was not over. I would still feel sometimes when I would talk to youngsters and all that they were under this burden that certain people cannot do business. Bhai, hum to service class se aate hain, so I cannot do business. Or business is somehow bad, or salespeople are somehow bad, or money is somehow bad. Yeah, even today I hear a lot of people saying, even in today's times, when a 13-year-old youngster with YouTube is probably smarter than all of us 40, 50-year-olds, I still hear the same things from different people saying that, these guys are doing it for money. And while the same people are actually going to their jobs that they would actually quit if no money was involved, right? How many of us go to our jobs for passion? We go there for money, right? So this mentality still existed. A few years back, I was browsing around online, and I got into a webinar where this person who is a few years younger to me was giving this webinar. So he was younger to me in age. At that point in time, he was making less money than me as well. And he was a school dropout while I was a medical doctor, right? And he was saying that the way you solve a problem that you feel passionately about is by helping 100,000 people to solve it. And I was like, wow, I had no reason to believe this person. But during my early days and during my entire career, I had realized that you cannot stop an idea whose time has come. So the high and mighty will either submit or the high and mighty will fall. So like I said, I was running a very successful consulting practice, which I am till today, but this person's idea and his person's conviction and his person's humility and the way we only interacted through the camera because I was on his webinar, it really deeply affected me. And in the middle of the lockdown last year, I was propelled into action, and I utilized all that free time that I had locked in my house to create this community, which you're probably watching this video in. If you're watching this video anywhere outside the Startup Hangout community, then the first step you should take is just make sure that you head over to StartupFrat.club/Facebook. Okay, so if you're watching this video on YouTube or anywhere else or something, then just head on over to StartupFrat.club/Facebook. It's a private community where you can get to hang out with other such people on this journey, on this learning journey. We give out some of our best material in this private community and some of our best gifts and everything in this private community. So your first step, if you're missing the action or if you're seeing me for the first time, is you head on over to StartupFrat.club/Facebook. Anyway, so I was able to form this community and give lots of free advice and things like that. And over a period of that, it developed into the StartupFrat Academy program, where you can hire our teams and probably work one-on-one with me to launch your business, improve your marketing, double your profits, or anything like that. And over the last 15 months, this community has grown to more than 23,000 people, featuring top-notch people from the industry, top-notch business owners who are stalwarts in their own league, top-notch marketers, medical doctors, PhD doctors, engineers, etc., etc. So if you are not already in the Startup Hangout, you want to head on over there. And if you're already in the Startup Hangout, then you will find probably your name tagged in here if you've joined anytime in the last 1 week. So I welcome you to this gorgeous community. Now let's talk about Teachers' Day gifts. The Teachers' Day came and passed by, and we were busy, supporting the Academy members with some of the different things, etc. But I have a few gifts for you, okay? And each of these gifts that I'm going to give you is going to be worth at least 50,000 rupees or more. Okay, it's all free. You don't have to pay like 1 rupee. You don't have to do anything. But all you have to do is take some actions, head on over to the right places, and consume the right content. All right. So my very first gift to you is you head on over to startupfrat.club/6am club. Okay, startupfrat.club/6am club. This is where you can meet me live on Facebook 21 days every month in the morning at 6 a.m. So I'm live from 6 to 6:30. You can be there, watch me going live with a lot of Academy members. A lot of the stalwarts that I'm going to talk about right now, they're live over there. You can learn a lot from them. A lot of it is business talk. Some of it is self-improvement stuff. You'll really gain a lot. Okay, so if you head on over to startupfrat.club/6am club, you'll get a free membership to that Facebook group. This private mastermind is a 150 rupees lifetime membership, which means you have to pay once to get in over there, and it's usually behind a paywall. But for Teachers' Day, we are removing the paywall. If you hit this link, startupfrat.club/6am club, it'll lead you straight over there. Just make sure you apply for membership, and you will be approved. Okay, now when I say it's 150 rupees lifetime membership, does not mean that the worth is 150 rupees. That's just like a little paywall we keep just to make sure we get the right people watching us every day in the morning. 21 days every single month, and you can interact with us and things like that. Now when you actually go over to this particular Facebook group, pinned at the top, you will find a 1.5 hour panel discussion that we had this morning. 1.5 hour panel discussion that we had this morning. And if you just watch, listen, take notes, and implement all of the knowledge that is given in that session, I can guarantee you that you will increase your income by at least 50,000 rupees a month. Now, if you're a corporate professional who says, I'm not really into business, so how will this directly feed into my income? That's fine. You probably will get a lot of ideas on how you can actually launch your own business, if that is something that you're looking for. If you're not looking for that, then that's fine, not to worry. Okay. But if you're into business, wanting to get into business, if you're into marketing, selling anybody else's products, selling your products, if you have a business on the ground, if you have a professional practice or anything like that, you just go over there, startupfrat.club/6am club, and pinned to the top of this group, you will find a 1.5 hour panel discussion from this morning that will absolutely guaranteed enable you to improve your income by at least 50,000 rupees a month. Now, even if you're a digital marketer, see what happens is a lot of times when you see somebody on camera, like I'm talking to you through a video, people assume that, digital marketing, yeah, okay, Facebook ads, yeah, WhatsApp classes, webinars, payment processors, InstaMojo. This is not online marketing. This is not online marketing. Online marketing is how do you craft your story. Yeah, I'm coming back to stories and not products. I'm coming back to stories and not tools. I'm coming back to story and not apps. Okay, I'm coming back to story and not techniques like webinars or anything like that. Okay, the main game is if you're able to craft a compelling story and be able to use it online, then you will be able to garner so much of customer attention, so much of customer support, get people part of your movement that they will buy from you regardless of whether the downtime or uptime in the economy is like not favoring your business or something like that. Yeah, so we have case studies like Mr. Sachin from Paryatak, who in the middle of the lockdown, He was able to take his entire travel agency business using his message, and he was able to get 6-figure clients at a time when people, last year lockdown, when people are not even, they were scared to come out of their house and everything, right? We have stories like Miss Ritu was an import-export consultant, decided to change her career in the middle of the lockdown, and is a successful person who actually does not only art classes online, but she also coaches other artists on how to utilize their passion, turn it into a profession using their art or using their music skills and things like that. You will be able to, in this particular training that I'm talking about, you will be able to get free consultations from Dr. Kamal Kotwal, who is not only a highly qualified person in psychology that deals with the self. She's already a professor in a college in Pune, but she's also giving out a lot of free information with us in the 6 a.m. club. She's also promised us for Teachers' Day that she will give out 3 free slots for a consultation that she charges 1,500 rupees for. Okay, so you have 3 free slots. If you go over there, you'll find all the links in the comments and everything. You can join their Facebook group as well. Everybody has a Facebook group where they give free information back to the community. If you want, you can join. Contact them over there and say, hey, I came from the Startup Hangout, as a community member, can I get a free consultation or something? Then you have Mr. Ranjit from BR Reawakening, who realized while building his business that people who had a problem in their domestic affairs, like husband and wife not getting along together, etc., their business was not taking off the ground. So these problems and these energies at home would invariably lead to business losses or business failures. So he's created a program where how do you fix your spousal relationship? And by fix, I don't mean your spousal relationship needs to be bad. Even if it is good, how do you go from good to great so that those energies at your house turn into financial benefits into your bank account, right? He has helped more than 500 couples and in getting improving their home relationships to lead to financial growth. And he's actually prevented 100+ divorces. That is like a track record that is India's industry best. You may not see a lot of people having that kind of track record. So 500+ success studies and 100+ divorces prevented. So even if you're not in that position, but if you're somebody like me who's like a little more on the cocky side in the relationship and all, before you reach that position, he'll be able to say, okay, just cool down and just use these 2 or 3 techniques to improve your family relationships or something like that. Okay, you'll get all of that. You'll get to meet Vishal Sinha, who was able to utilize some of the ideas from our panel discussions, and he was able to create, he's on a mission to change the education industry by gamifying all of it, especially when it regards to the ancient learnings, etc., that we get from ancient texts and everything. He was able to turn his ideas into a toy, and where he actually participated in the Toykathon that was led by Ministry of Education and the Prime Minister of India, and among 1.5 lakh participants, he was in the top 25 to win that award. Okay, so you will be able to actually hear from all of these guys in this training that I'm talking about. The panel discussion happened this morning. You will absolutely get probably lakhs of rupees of value, but in terms of financial benefit, if you just apply these ideas in your business, you will be able to improve your income by at least 50,000 rupees or more. All right. So I look forward. By the way, Ranjit ji has also promised us, I think 4 or 5 slots he has that he will give away a free consultation for which he charges 2,200 rupees an hour. Right. So you can just go over there, join the group and say, hey, Teachers' Day special. I'm a Hangout member. Can I have a free consultation? And if you can accommodate in the first 5 slots, he'll probably say yes. All right. So you can meet all these people, hang out with us every morning. It's a much more tighter place. But the only caveat is we get to meet only at 6 to 6:45 every morning. So of course you have to be up and awake at that hour. Otherwise you can watch the recordings. Everything is streamed live, and that is my free gift to you, my friend, today. All right. So wish you happy Teachers' Day, and I look forward to seeing you. Now what I want you to do is, in addition to doing this, just head on over to startupfrat.club/6am club. What I want you to do is I want you to write below what were your takeaways from this particular training? What is the part that excites you? If you're already part of the Hangout, then that's great. If you're watching this on YouTube, then I want you to head over to the Hangout, and then you'll find this video, comment over, and say, hey man, these were my takeaways, or this is what I liked. Okay, and do absolutely head on over to the 6 a.m. club, put your comments on that training over there as well, whatever you like, whatever you don't like. Probably meet us at 6 a.m. in the morning. And if you're new, if you're watching this video right today on time, then grab your free consultations with all these kind people that have offered it to the community. All right, I'll look forward to meeting you in the next video. Bye bye.